Now we're going to show you how to install this very simple, very wonderful on-hold message player that you can get from us for $179, including an on-hold message for $248. Now, most of our competitors sell it for $250 to $350. We're going to make sure that you get a great value for a great on-hold message player and an on-hold message. Well, now it's time to talk about installation. Now, there are very few things that you have to worry about, okay? It's really, really, really simple. Now, and I'll just take this out. This is the actual on-hold message player. We're going to show you in a little bit how to put it on the wall, okay? Now, the first thing is the reason we're shooting this video in this closet, if you will, it's actually a phone room closet, is to show you exactly how to hook it up, okay? Also, it's important to note that this one won't work for everybody, okay? This client of ours happens to have a PBX or key phone system. Now, you'll know if you have one of these because you didn't install this and you didn't just go buy the phone at Staples or Radio Shack or Office Depot or wherever, okay? This is not one of those deals where you just buy a simple 4-line phone and plug it in. This requires installation. So this is the unit that you will use if you have a system like that. Now, there are people that'll charge you $100, $200 just to install this thing. And that's why I'm glad you got this video so that you can just watch and learn how to install it. Now, there's an RCA phono jack on this PBX key system. It's around the side here. Now, one of the things, and I'll show you what an RCA jack looks like, okay? There's also an adapter that comes with the unit. And I shouldn't say an adapter, another different type of connector. It's a small, and not an RCA phono, but a small mini jack, okay? Some phone systems require that. However, most require the RCA phono input. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. So enough of all of that. As you can see on this unit, it's very simple. There's a volume control, a little button here that you push in and out for the speaker, an impedance choice between 8 ohms and 600 ohms. And we'll show you all of this. The trigger, you can, for an on-hold message, you can ignore the trigger. DC 9 volts, that's to get power to the unit, and audio out. So, first thing we did, put this down for a second. First thing we did was we've got our power right here, and you just plug it in, and it's that simple. It really is that simple. Then the next thing is you take your flash drive. Now, this is the one that comes with it. By the way, if you ever, you don't lose it because it stays in the unit all the time. But it's important to note that if you ever change it out and try and use one that's got too many gigabytes, this is a very small 128 megabyte flash drive. Now, most of the flash drives that are sold today, and this is a USB flash drive, but most of those that are sold today are multiple gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, 8, 64, and up. Those won't work in this unit. It will only accept up to 2 gigabytes. So what I recommend, obviously you want to use this one, and it's not like it breaks. Again, it has no moving parts, so don't worry about it. But if you try and plug a 4 gigabyte flash drive in here, that's why, if it doesn't work, that's why it's not working. So I put the flash drive in, and of course, you know those USB connectors, there's only one way it'll go. By the way, the quick little easy way to know is the writing is on that side right there. Now, all we have to do is turn it on, just a little switch, a little knob, we turn on, and then you can hear the message because I've already pushed in the little speaker button right here. See how I turn it off? I turn it on. And the speaker's on the back here. Now, don't worry about the quality. Sometimes it sounds kind of good. It shouldn't be distorted, but as you turn it up, it gets a little louder.
Consultation when we return to the line. We'll be right with you.
Doesn't sound too bad, okay? So you push the speaker button off because obviously when we mount this to the wall, we don't want this playing in the closet all the time so people can hear it. And really, that's just about it. We are going to require one other item. And again, this is included. And it's very simple. This is the output right here, RCA phono. And you plug it into the audio out. Okay? It's so doggone easy. Trying to make sure that you can see me plugging that in. And you plug it in. And there it is. And then you hook up this end to your phone system. Now again, in this case, and in most cases, it's an RCA phono when you have a PBX key system. You need to look on the side, underneath. It's usually pretty obvious where it is, okay? And it'll say music in many cases because a lot of people put on hold music, okay? Some people have plugged a radio into that very same spot. So it's just an input into your phone system so that when you hit the hold button, then people get to hear the on hold message. So this really all there is to it. It's not much else. Now what I am going to do in this case is I am going to mount it on the wall. But again, this is your volume control. And here's one of the things that's important. As soon as you hook this up, what you're going to do is you're going to call your own business on your own phone system, put it on speakerphone or hold it up to your ear, whatever you're comfortable with. And then you're going to have somebody else adjust the volume. So you don't want it too loud that it drives people crazy, and you don't want it too soft that they can barely hear it. Obviously, you're just going to adjust it to taste.
Return the glow to your skin.
And it's just a very simple clockwise, counterclockwise, up, down. That's it. And then once you've got it set exactly where you want the volume, you hit that button again, and that turns it off. Now, if it doesn't sound right, if it's like distorted, it just doesn't sound right, it's this little impedance switch. And there's only two options. It's 8 ohm and 600 ohm. And I got to be honest with you, I never remember what's what. All I know is this. If it doesn't sound good, flip the switch the other direction. That's it. And it could be because it's distorted because you have it too loud. But if not, it's just an impedance thing. And you just throw this little impedance switch. And that's it. There's nothing else to this thing. Here's the great thing. It's like a tank. It sits on the wall, and there's little mounting screws here. They even give you 2 mounting screws. And by the way, on the back of it there, it had little feet here, but I just already took the feet off of this thing. So, they give you 2 screws. You can put 4 in, but I'm telling you, 2 screws, if they're solid into the wall, this thing's not going anywhere. It'll work, and it just continues to work. Now, if you lose power, guess what? Just leave it alone, and you probably won't even think about it after a while, but if you lose power, when it powers back up, it starts automatically. And that's it. Now we've got another video to show you, okay, let's say that we send you a new on-hold message. You just pull this thing out. Preferably, I would recommend either doing it before you open in the day, so nobody's on hold or going to be on hold, or do it after you close at night. You pull this baby out, you're going to put it into your computer. We've got another video that shows you exactly how to then put your new on-hold message. Like, for example, a lot of our customers are going to be doing this at the time that I'm shooting this because we're going to give them a new Christmas on-hold message. So they'll just pull this baby out before hours, after hours, plug it into your computer, another video to show you the whole thing, plug it back in, turn it up, and voila, there's your Christmas on-hold message or your 4th of July on-hold message or whatever. Just that simple. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. I'm going to mount this thing on the wall, and then we're going to finish this video. It's just that simple.